Unfortunately, we lost another hip-hop legend. Wow, like 2 in the last few days. Ganjah K, rest in peace. Also known as Kashawn McClendon. Ganjah K was one of the original lifers. If you guys don't know who the lifers are anyone that went to this health food store called The Good Life. It was a store in South Central LA. I never went when I was a kid back in the day. I had friends that went and other rappers that I knew that are kind of notorious as well. They went back then. You know, it was, some people might say it's like an even more street version of the Apollo, but just a hip-hop spin on it. I would just say it was a whole thing on its own, but you had to come correct or don't come at all as far as like style and rapping goes. And Ganjah K was one of those MCs. I mean, shoot, the brother is said to have inspired even Dr. Dre's concept of the chronic, you know. But he was, you know, if you listen to like the LA heavyweights, as far as like that whole scene, The Good Life and Project Blowed scene, you'll hear him just spitting. I mean, he's done stuff with Volume 10. He's done stuff with RBX, one of my favorite rappers, and with Snoop Dogg. And those are just most notables. But back in the day, I remember hearing him on a heavyweights compilation, which had Medusa. Who else was on there? Volume 10 was on there. Shoot, how could I forget who's on there? I think AC Alone was on there too, and a few other great MCs. You know, he was a part of that scene that pretty much was ahead of its time as far as like the way that rhymes went, you know, and a lot of MCs are doing what these guys did in the late 80s, early 90s. You know, out of that same scene came Freestyle Fellowship and Jurassic 5, and I think CeeLo was even a part of that. Not CeeLo, I'm sorry. Skee-Lo, I'm tripping. There's a lot of people that came from that. Actually, Ava DuVernay, the film director, was also a part of that. She used to be a rapper, but she also made a movie about it called This Is the Life. If you haven't seen that movie, you need to see it. If you're a hip-hop head and you don't really know much about West Coast hip-hop, that movie is one movie that should be watched, because it's almost like the missing link in West Coast hip hop when it comes to talking about hip hop and just even the West Coast. You know, it wasn't just Ice Cube and NWA. There was a whole nother underground that really like inspired a lot of MCs, and even, you know, people like Bone Thugs and Harmony, which some people might argue that it's, you know, rap but not rap. I won't say that, but that whole cutting style came from, you know, these LA MCs from The Good Life and Project Blow. But getting back to Ganjah K, you know, he could flip, like, just, you know, his style and stuff was really cool, you know. And some people might even say it's a bit gangster because of just the beats, some of the beats that he rapped over. But the thing is, you know, his style was just his own style. You know, it wasn't a carbon copy off of anything. And, you know, I'm sure he inspired a lot of people. It's sad to see that this MC is, you know, he's passed on. On a personal note, he hit me up in my inbox, you know, and I tripped out because I'm like, why would somebody like him want to add me, you know, like, and he hit me up and basically was real cool and just, you know, personally shared his music with me, man. That was an honor, you know. I'll never forget that, you know. And he, you know, even chimed in on like a few of my posts, if I remember, you know, so that's really cool. But of course, beyond that, that's personal. Beyond that, he was an innovative MC, and sad to hear that he passed so young, you know. Unbelievable. Lord have mercy. May his memory be eternal, and his family, you know, I pray the best for them. Family and friends, I'm sure, worldwide are sad to hear this news. Peace. Best man, I will mintas ka do sa hadu am laka amin.